Welcome to @Cronkite News, your social sharing connection where you choose the news. Facebook likes and shares, tweets, retweets, and favorites. YouTube views and subscriptions. We're watching you, watch us. From our digital home at cronkitenews.azpbs.org to your television, web browser, or mobile device. Let's get a refresh on the top Arizona news of the week.
Hillary Clinton is ahead in Arizona. That's according to a poll just conducted by the Arizona Republic, the Morrison Institute, and Cronkite News. Reporter Alicia Gonzalez shares the results.
Arizona could go blue when it comes to electing a president, but Republican Senator John McCain's lead seems safe. In the statewide poll by the Arizona Republic, the Morrison Institute, and Cronkite News, of 713 likely voters, 39% said they plan to vote for Clinton, while 34% said they plan to vote for Trump. Undecided voters make up almost 21% of likely voters. The margin of error was 4.3 percentage points.
Not over till it's over. However, I think the Hillary campaign is in a stage now where they're solidifying, fortifying the mandate for her to govern in January.
There's a lot of people, especially the millennial age, that are voting for Hillary Clinton. It's not so much a vote for Hillary Clinton, it's a vote against Donald Trump, if they vote.
We're going to continue all the good work that we are doing. In fact, we started this 21 offices in the month of August. We built a pretty good, strong network, and we're going to continue to do that.
But it looks like the Democratic Party is stepping up its Arizona game, with Bernie Sanders, Chelsea Clinton, and Michelle Obama visits this week. Here's what the Republican Party is going to do in response.
We're going to tell people what the Republican Party has to offer, what Mr. Trump has to offer, whereas Hillary Clinton is all about lies and just trying to dig up the past and distracting from what should be the discussion, that is, the future of the U.S.
If Arizona is really turning blue, how did we get here?
You know, there has been steadily a maturization of the Arizona voter. That Arizona voters have never been knee-jerk reactions. They've been very smart. We've been very smart about our candidates.
Our relationship with Mexico is so important, and I think some of the stances that Trump has taken on immigration, make Mexico build the wall, etc., is getting pretty tired here with a lot of people because they know it's not practicable. They're our number one trading partner.
But the executive director of the AZ Republican Party says the phone calls they are making to likely voters shows a trend toward Trump.
Yeah, there would be a few independents who will break into Clinton, but we see majority going towards the Republican Party.
The poll also asked who respondents plan to vote for in the Senate race. 51.5% say they plan to re-elect John McCain, while 40% plan to vote for Ann Kirkpatrick. The margin of error was 3.7 percentage points.
I think McCain's done. I think his future has been solidified. I think he'll be victorious. I think a lot of the congressional races are done.
The voters need to understand that the John McCain that is currently in office is not the John McCain that was elected in the 80s. His time in the Senate has just made him more angry.
McCain spokeswoman Lorna Romero said in a statement, "The latest poll is another indicator of the tremendous support for John McCain as we enter the final weeks of this campaign. The momentum is clearly on our side." But the two parties do agree on one thing.
I think everything is up for grabs right now.
Nothing's a done deal. I mean, we're in the first week of early voting. You know, every day is election day now in Arizona.
We conducted the same poll back in August and found the gaps between candidates only got larger, with Clinton gaining more support. For the full poll results, visit cronkitenews.azpbs.org. In the Broadcast Center, Alicia Gonzalez, Cronkite News.
A new poll by the Arizona Republic, Morrison Institute, and Cronkite News shows Sheriff Joe Arpaio faces a tough re-election. He trails Democratic challenger Paul Penzone by nearly 15 points. Reporter Yesenia Beltran joins us with reactions to the numbers.
I spoke to Arpaio's campaign manager and a top supporter of Penzone about the poll and what it means as Election Day nears.
That was my reaction. It was a big smile. It was good to see that the taxpayers and the voters of Maricopa County finally have had enough of Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
If these numbers were accurate and they're adjusted appropriately for actual turnout, it would mean that the sheriff will win in a landslide because you're not going to have that many Democrats turn out for this election.
The Arizona Republic Morrison Cronkite News poll was taken between October 10th to the 15th. It included the question, who are you planning to vote for in the Maricopa County Sheriff's race? More than 45% support Penzone and about 31% chose Arpaio, but more than 21% are still undecided and about 1.6% chose other. The margin of error was plus or minus 5.6%. Arpaio's campaign manager said that their own poll shows he's ahead. The poll also asked about building a border wall. 43% of Maricopa County registered voters said a border wall should definitely not be built. In the broadcast center live, Yesenia Beltran, Cronkite News.
It's the issue that's seemingly been a non-issue in the race for the presidency, religion. Reporter Joey Carrera spoke to Valley religious leaders about politics from the pulpit.
Both candidates identify themselves as Christians, but after talking with theologians, neither candidate is finding full support from those with strong religious beliefs.
When Barack Obama was running for president in 2008, the country was 54% white and Christian, and today that number is 43%.
Jones says the very fabric of our nation is being rewoven with new threads of social change and increased Hispanic immigration. He says the proof is in our legislation.
If you are a conservative white Christian in this country, just over the last 2 election cycles, you have seen your numbers go from majority to minority status, and a very central issue to you, same-sex marriage, go from an issue where you were in the majority to an issue where you're very much in the minority.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump both identify themselves as Christians, but the candidates' positions on topics like abortion, social issues, and their personal character don't sit well with many practicing Christians.
You have 2 candidates who are just sort of spewing venom, and all of us caught in the middle, and none of us like it.
One with this womanizing kind of candidate, and the other supporting a whole host of issues that I don't think many evangelicals feel comfortable supporting.
But according to a Pew Research poll from the summer, 78% of white evangelical Christians who are registered to vote planned to cast their ballots for Donald Trump.
They have just not been able to divorce evangelicalism from Americanism. And so what I consider is American idolatry.
A kind of crack in that white Christian coalition, it's going to be because of Mormons, white Catholics, and white mainline Protestants are a little more reluctant to get behind Trump.
Pope Francis hasn't been shy to share the Catholic viewpoint on building a wall or the Syrian refugee crisis.
The social understanding of who we are as a people and what our responsibilities are to one and another in terms of service and support are very well supported by the Democratic Party.
But the ballot is filled with a host of ecumenical issues that are equally as important.
The Catholic Church has always supported individuals voting their conscience. In other words, really looking at the issues and forming their conscience so they know really what the hierarchy of importance.
Robert Jones will continue the discussion on politics in the presidential race on a panel discussion held at ASU tomorrow evening. A link to the event will be posted on cronkitenews.azpbs.org. Joey Carrera, Cronkite News. The U.S. Department of Defense is making strides in sustainability here in the desert, using the sun to power more than a dozen of their bases. Reporter David Caltabiano went to Tonopah in western Arizona for the big announcement.
The U.S. Navy and Marine Corps are celebrating their new partnership with an Arizona solar company. It's the biggest purchase ever for clean energy by the United States government.
3, 2, 1, lights on.
A symbolic flip of the switch marks the start of a 25-year contract between the Department of Defense and Sempra U.S. Power and Gas. The largest federal purchase of clean energy comes with one of the largest solar facilities in the country, located right here in Tonopah.
Why the heck would we ever consider putting a solar farm here? I mean, there's nothing but wide open spaces and sun every day.
And in one of those open spaces, a solar farm called Mesquite Solar 3. Construction started last year.
Mesquite Solar 3 has created nearly 700 local construction jobs, infused hundreds of thousands of dollars into the Arizona community.
But job creation wasn't the primary motive. The partnership will supply up to 1/3 of the energy required to power 14 military bases in California. The plan has top-ranking military officials excited.
This is a great partnership with Sempra, the producer of the solar farm, but also with the Western Area Power Administration. It's been a very, very great team effort, and this is a significant milestone.
The Western Area Power Administration, known as WAPA, helped make the initial connection, pairing SEMPRA with the Department of Defense.
WAPA provides energy services like purchasing power for our customers, including the Navy. We help these organizations to meet their energy needs.
And now, Mesquite 3 is sending 150 megawatts of solar energy, enough to power 69,000 homes, to U.S. military bases across the desert.
It tells me the details of the financial agreement are confidential. There are no tax dollars being used. I'm told the project is being financed by investors and third-party companies. In the broadcast center, David Coltibiano, Cronkite News.
Valley High School students are working to find the cure for cancer. They're working and getting paid to do STEM research at the Translational Genomics Research Institute. Cronkite News reporter Alicia Gonzalez tells us how this innovative program works.
I got a close-up look at some of the research students are doing over at TGen. Each intern has to understand and work through the human genome so they can get closer to a solution of ongoing medical battles like cancer.
You're able to be with patients in that maybe most difficult time of their life, and see them through it and be able to offer them whatever you can in order to get them through it.
Dr. Joshua Niska was a Helios Scholar at TGen intern back in 2008. He now works at Mayo Clinic as a resident in radiation oncology.
The program at TGen was really my first exposure to working in a lab, to cancer research, to the medical sciences in general.
The Helios Scholars at TGen program has given about 45 internships a year for the past 10 years to students like Dr. Niska. Students are getting hands-on experience and using tools like this and getting paid over the summer for their work and research.
We see students that already have a lot of lab experience, and we have some that have none.
The Helios Education Foundation is funding the program to help students find their career path.
A better educated workforce will help drive a stronger economy. And we also know that the types of jobs that are going to be available, there's research already that says 68% of every future job by 2020 will require some type of post-secondary education.
Luna said it's almost not an option anymore to avoid a secondary education.
This higher level of academic achievement is critically important for us to be able to provide the opportunities for our students to be able to compete in a much more global economy, for the types of jobs that they're going to really want to have, and the types of jobs and the type of economy that we're going to want for the state of Arizona.
Around 500 students apply for the program each summer, but they can only hire about 45 at a time. Over the past 10 years, over 400 interns have graduated from the program. Alicia Gonzalez, Cronkite News.
Military veterans are among those in favor of Proposition 205, which would allow recreational use of marijuana. Cronkite News reporter Brian Foer talked to vets at the recent Southwest Cannabis Conference. Brian, what are you hearing?
Veterans tell me they want Proposition 205 to pass because they believe it will give them and others more legal access to marijuana. Veterans were among those who set up booths at the Cannabis Conference. They're supporting Prop 205 for a variety of reasons. Many can qualify for medical marijuana in Arizona now, but the federal government considers it an illegal drug. And that means veterans could risk losing VA benefits.
There's a lot of things that they'll just throw pills at you for, but you can't even have a discussion, an open and honest discussion with your physician or your primary care team about this natural herb.
Even if they don't tell the VA, veterans are using marijuana to treat a variety of medical issues, including PTSD.
Everyone here in the entire country says that marijuana has some type of medical benefits, so we, as the veteran community, want the VA to acknowledge the same and allow testing on veterans to combat the symptoms of PTSD.
Arizona State Representative and veteran Mark Cardenas wants veterans to be able to use marijuana as an alternative to opioids, which he called powerful and sometimes dangerous drugs. Some veterans oppose using marijuana for medical or recreational purposes. They're among critics who argue Prop 205 is a loophole for those who just want to get high. In the broadcast center, Brian Foer, Cronkite News.
Clear bag policy has been adopted in all NFL stadiums and almost all of the Pac-12. Its purpose is to get fans into stadiums quicker without compromising security. Cronkite News reporter Natalie Taranjoli is in the broadcast center with details on how one family finds it too difficult to attend the games.
We all know families with small children have a lot of stuff, and that holds true for the Parsons family in North Phoenix. They're huge Sun Devil fans, but haven't been to a game this year because the clear bag policy doesn't allow them to bring all the things they need.
All the stuff.
Adriana Parsons is an ASU alum who loves to watch Sun Devil football games with her husband and 2 young children.
And as far as the football games, I think it's a huge part of being a Sun Devil fan. So we try to go to as many games as we can.
But they haven't been to a game since the stadium adopted the clear bag policy in August.
It's going to help our security easily identify what's in the bag and get the fans through the line quickly.
Families experience the biggest changes to what they can bring. Diaper bags and full-size strollers have to be left at home. Parsons finds it difficult now to attend the games.
We have diapers, a set of extra clothing, wipes, bottles, burp rags.
All of which have to fit in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, or one of the many on sale by the stadium and other retailers.
And I think there's also a misconception of how big a bag is because we do reference that 1 gallon size, but the actual bag size, 12 by 6 by 12, is substantial.
Parsons says she understands the security reasons for the policy, but thinks if she makes it to a game, it'll have to be without her kids.
It'll make it significantly harder to go to the game, so we might have to incur additional costs such as childcare.
Stadium officials say that the games are still family-friendly and that each person can carry their own clear bag inside.
This is an example of probably the largest 12 by 6 by 12 bag that you can bring in.
As for Parsons, she plans on watching the next Sun Devil football game from home. Spokespeople for both Sun Devil and University of Phoenix stadiums said they have received mostly positive feedback about the clear bag policy and that they want to keep up the tradition of families going to the games. Live in the broadcast center, Natalie Tarangoli, Cronkite News.
One way Phoenix is going green is through the Valley's biggest fair of the year. Cronkite News reporter Natalie Tarangoli visited the fair to get a closer look on how they'll use food for fuel.
If you find yourself at the Arizona State Fair this year, chances are you'll indulge in some deep-fried deliciousness. But whether you do or not, the oil that it took to cook that food might be fueling your car. Pigley's Barbecue uses 40 to 50 gallons of oil per day to cook the food they sell at the fair. That's collected and turned into biodiesel.
I believe in recycling.
Instead of going to landfills or clogging drains, the converted oil is an alternative fuel source that burns cleaner than regular gasoline.
Anything that we can recycle to keep from going into our landfills helps us all out.
Pigley's Barbecue will contribute at least 1,000 gallons of that. Biotane Pumping collects about that amount per week. The fair covers 4 weekends, so quite a bit of oil is used.
Average, the past 3 years have been anywhere from about 3,500 to 4,200 gallons. So we're looking at least 3,500 gallons again this year.
All of those delicious fried fair foods should taste even better knowing that the oil they're cooked in isn't going to waste.
I love it. I love it. They're doing a great job. It's great for the community, great for our environment, and job well done.
Last year, over 4,100 gallons were converted.
I figure we use something out of oil.
Last year's oil conversions were the equivalent to taking 108 cars off the road. Live in downtown Phoenix, Natalie Tarangoli, Cronkite News.
From creative costumes to terrifying decorations, people are expected to spend the most money since 2012 on all things Halloween. Dana Lewandowski is at Fear Farm in Phoenix to see what the trick is for giving the local economy a treat.
It costs just $25 to get into Fear Farm here, but that is only part of the $8.4 billion of revenue expected for this Halloween season. This revenue comes from people buying candy, attending Halloween events, buying decorations, or getting that perfect costume you've been waiting to get.
September, and you notice the foot traffic and the consumer demand is starting to pick up. And which means it's just going to be one really long month, of steady flow.
When it comes to heavy spending, haunted houses, ghoulish garb, and trick-or-treaters are just a fraction of what makes Halloween the 3rd highest consumer spending season, according to the National Retail Federation. A Prosper Insights survey estimates at least 67% of Halloween shoppers plan on buying costumes. Groovy Ghoulies sells costumes year-round in Mesa. They keep up with trends and make sure their shelves are stocked with costumes consumers have been dying to get their hands on.
Usually right after Halloween,
we kind of start prepping for Halloween. So even though it lasts, a month, we spend the rest of the year preparing for it.
Haunted houses and spooky hayrides are other frightening ways businesses load up on funds during the season. As the night sky fades to black, the terrifying allure of Fear Farm in Phoenix is enough to entice those brave enough to enter. Zach Bussey, the director of Fear Farm, has seen attendance creep up year after year.
This year, we're expecting a bigger attendance than we've ever had. It probably goes up 10 to 20% every year.
Zombies, clowns, and creatures roam the grounds, lurking in the shadows for their next victim. This creepy clown shares what he finds most intriguing about Halloween.
I think the idea of dressing and behaving outside your norm is just charming. I don't get to do this at home.
The magic of this spooky holiday keeps consumers coming back for more. Groovy Ghoulies is open year-round in Mesa, and Fear Farm is open until November 5th. Live in Phoenix, Dana Lewandowski, Cronkite News.
Sparky's Service Dog Club began just 18 months ago, and soon one of their own will be graduating and going down a new path in life.
Kristoff isn't just like any other black Labrador. He's a service dog who will soon be leaving his razor, which is what the group calls those who live with and train these dogs.
He's going to be a diabetic alert dog, so he's going to a child with type 1 diabetes, and he will alert to their high or low blood sugar when it changes on them.
But Kristoff isn't the only dog who's a part of Sparky's Service Dogs. There's also Quest and Quantico, who've been with their razors for some months now.
It's a lot of responsibility, but watching them grow and learn new things, and one day it's you're working so hard to get them to do a cue, and they it's just like they have no idea what you're saying, and then it's the next day they just look at you oh, yeah, I know what you want. This is easy. So it's kind of cool to see them pick up on things.
The dogs go through a lot of training, something that requires an equal amount of work from their razor.
When you decide you want to raise a dog, it is a commitment, and it's not something we take lightly. Once you commit to it, there's no turning back.
These razors joined Sparky's Service Dogs after seeing them at a club fair on campus.
I was walking around at Passport, and they're like, "Puppy Club, we're the Puppy Club." I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. That's how I get involved here.
However, there will come a time when the razors have to give up their dog to someone who needs him or her. In Taylor and Kristoff's case, that time is coming up soon.
It is going to be horrible. It's going to be very hard. He is my baby. I don't know what I'll do without him.
But it's all worth it in Taylor's mind.
I couldn't give this up for the life of me.
As for Kristoff, he'll be going to his new home in November. Sparky Service Dogs works with Power Paws Assistance Dogs. If you'd like to volunteer or help raise a dog, you can visit azpowerpaws.org.
Now, here's an @Cronkite News Pick of the Week, a favorite from the Cronkite News staff.
Arizona could see record turnout at the polls next month. As KP Pfeiffer discovered, Coconino County officials have to go to great lengths to make sure all residents, even those in the most remote parts of the state, are able to vote in person.
Matthew Rudig puts on his hiking shoes, gathers his gear, and prepares for a long 3 days ahead. His mission? To officiate a polling location for the Havasupai tribe members that live at the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
I think everybody should have an equal ability to vote in the process, or take part in the process if they're an eligible voter.
I'm standing on the top of Havasupai Hilltop. It's the start of an 8-mile hike into the canyon you see behind me. Now, I'm not trekking out there today, but Matt will arrive in just a few short hours to prepare for the polls.
I get there at 5:30 in the morning and stay till polls close after 7, and then close, wrap up everything, put everything back in the bins, and pack up my pack. But it's a fun day.
Patty Hansen, Coconino County's recorder, said the unique polling location is the result of a 1965 Voting Rights Act passed by Congress that ensured Native Americans living on reservations had the right to vote.
Prior to that, Arizona had said that Native Americans living on the reservations were wards of the state, so they were mentally incompetent for voting. So it was really the Voting Rights Act that forced open for the state to allow our Native Americans living on the reservations to be able to participate.
Election equipment like voting booths, touch screens, and signature rosters are helicoptered down the Sunday before the election. Of course, today, the Havasupai people can even mail in their ballots.
And they have that option as well, but we still like to make sure that there's a polling place center open for people to come vote if they so choose.
A right the Havasupai deserve, even if that means an 8-mile hike to make it happen. In Coconino County, Kate Pfeiffer, Cronkite News.
Hansen says although turnout has decreased from almost 56% 12 years ago to just 30% in 2012, she expects a greater turnout this year.
Cronkite News tracks your likes, tweets, and shares from all our social sites to bring you this news special at Cronkite News, our weekly refresh. Join the conversation so you choose the news. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, and log on to cronkitenews.azpbs.org for top Arizona stories anytime.
Become a news source for the Arizona PBS Public Insight Network. Your ideas and insights can help us create relevant and distinctive reporting. Join now at azpbs.org/pin.